In most of the world, abortion is a very private matter. But here in the Palestinian community, it's an even more delicate as well as tense issue. This Islamic society often punishes a woman who gets pregnant outside of marriage by stoning her. Society even refuses to talk about such a taboo.
There are only two cases in which abortion is permitted. The first case is when the embryo poses a serious threat to the life of the mother. The second case is when more than one doctor confirms the embryo won't be able to live. In this case, abortion is permitted to relieve the mother from her suffering.
But for dozens of girls who fall pregnant outside of these criteria, their lives become a nightmare. Trapped inside an Islamic society with a window on the West, their only option, should they choose to have an abortion, is to go across the border.
If the pregnancy is in its first months, women search for some avenues that can help them to have an abortion. It's impossible to have an abortion in the West Bank, and therefore some women turn to Hadassah Hospital in Jerusalem, where they can have one. The expenses are very high.
But the cost is not just financial.
The women who make it to Israel find themselves in hospitals like this one. But from here, their problems really only begin. They need permission from the Israeli authorities to cross the border. The price they pay will remain with them for the rest of their lives.
It's a lengthy and complicated process for the girls to travel from the Palestinian territories to Israel. The whole operation is in secret and a race against time.
First of all, they need a permit from Israel, which is security services, Shabak. Then they need the hospital agreement to accept them. And the third element is that they need somebody to finance it.
But once the security service gets involved, the girls are in its grip for the rest of their lives. They're used as informers in the Palestinian territories for the Israeli government.
Desperation, it is the more efficient tool of any intelligence used to operate. Whether it's an Israeli one, Palestinian one, American one, Russian one. We are in the middle of a very lousy war, and every side uses any means he can hold in order to achieve his goal.
For these girls, their goal is to stay alive. And as a result, getting an abortion can literally mean the difference between life and death. Paul Isler, Russia Today, Jerusalem.